I was watching Australia has Got Talent the other day, and because the missus was watching it, so I didn't have any choice but to watch it.
Right.
As you do. And
Oh, is that your excuse?
no, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. But I kind of thought to myself, after watching so many of these talent shows, are we being conned? No, seriously. I think we're being conned by the producers. The Simon Cowells of the world. Because I think what they're doing at the moment is they're using things like Australia's Got Talent and talent programs, okay, to build up a fan base, to decide, okay, well, is this person good enough? Yeah? Before we spend the money. Because what happens is we, the viewers, vote for these people. So what we're doing is we're supporting them to find talent to then go and make money at a later date. And the reason why I say this, you've had Paul Potts, the opera singer from the UK. You've had Susan Boyle, yeah, from the UK. You've had a Ronan Parks.
Well, he didn't win. He hasn't won yet.
He didn't win. He hasn't won yet. But he's built up his own little fan base.
All right.
And he'll release a record. Mm-hmm. There's Shehan Jaffagoli, which I'm not sure what they're doing with him at the moment, but I know he
did very well when he was
very well.
Yeah.
And now we got Jack Viggen, the Australian.
The Australian one.
Yeah. Okay.
The Australian Justin Bieber.
Exactly, and I think what is happening now is we're being conned. Yeah. Because we, the public.
I have to disagree.
The avatar. No,
let's hear what he has to say.
They're testing the waters.
I disagree.
They're doing a test of the waters.
I think you're partly right. Maybe. But I have to disagree with you because the examples you've used are perfect examples of people that would never get the opportunity to perform except for these shows. All right, Susan Boyle. No. Susan Boyle. How old is she?
No, but
wait. How old is she?
Old. I don't know how old she is. Older.
Okay, you think she was going to be a superstar without that show?
No. She got an opportunity. She got an opportunity. Yeah. Okay.
She's not being marketed and promoted because of that.
The producers have taken someone that wouldn't have got a chance and have thought, well, let's give the ugly duckling a chance, and the whole world's gone, oh, isn't that sweet? We'll overlook this, and the producers are making money again. They're constantly making money out of it.
Of course, they're making money. That's what the whole show is about.
Yeah, but at the audience's expense.
No, it's not. The audience
votes for them. The audience votes for them.
The audience voted for Susan Boyle. Now, if she was obviously talented, I'll tell you what the problem is.
She's released a lot of records already.
She's released 2 records in 4 years. That's less than most pop artists would release.
And never got any success with them. And they've released the same records. She did not get I checked. Two records.
Okay. The second one was only just released this year.
No.
End of last year.
I'm talking to prior to her having this fame with Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, she had recorded an album and it had no success. So when she comes onto the show, suddenly the world take her in, and what the likes of Simon Cowell do is they grab the masters, play around with them a little bit. They haven't done any work. Yeah, off you go. Best-selling record, fantastic.
Yeah, you know why? The reason her first album wouldn't have done any good is because look at her.
But that's my whole point.
No, your point is that
the producers are manipulating you.
Look, I think
your point is that these people were created before the show, and then the show was used to launch them. I disagree.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what you're saying.
These people, what's happened is, for instance, like this Ronan Park, the Shehan Jaffagoli, Jack Viggen, yeah? These guys have just come out of nowhere and then suddenly walked into the show. No, I personally think, that people like the Simon Cowells of this world have gone out searching for these people, thinking, let me go and find this talent and let me test the waters there.
I don't agree
and if the waters are successful, I have had no initial outlay, and what do? If it goes well, I get a star. If they don't, doesn't matter.
No, I don't agree.
But I have to.
I don't think the likes of people like Simon Cowell or around the world in every other country where they had these shows, they always prior to the show they go and find these people and they say, okay, well, I might lose that, I might win. Let's put them in the show and let's see how they go. I don't think so.
It's a win-win for them.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's how the way it goes.
Okay.
These particular shows, what happens is basically they do auditions all around the country. If it's in Australia, they do all around the country.
Yeah, no, I know.
The producers of the show are the ones who dictate who is going to go in, and these 3 judges start deciding.
But Simon Cowell is one of the producers
He's
of
the
the show.
owner of the whole concept.
He's the owner of the whole concept, but I'm talking about,
he chooses who gets on the show.
But what my point is that these people, regardless where Simon Cowell picked them up, or we keep mentioning Simon Cowell, any other producer, I'm sure there's shows like this in Greece and other countries because I saw some.
Anything the country's got talent.
Yeah.
It's his format.
Yeah.
So he owns the rights.
Let's not. Simon Cowell doesn't decide. Okay, I think
Australia's Got Talent is under Simon Cowell.
Yeah, I know.
America's Got Talent is under Simon Cowell.
So you're saying Simon
Britain's
Cowell
Got
has got
Talent.
nothing else to do, just travel 7 days a week around the world looking for people.
How do you think he makes money? That's his business.
This is his business.
And this is my argument.
He hasn't got a life. He's going looking for all these people all around the country.
He
all around
doesn't
the world.
travel to all of these countries,
has
but he
people.
makes the decisions.
He has people.
I don't think so. I tell you why. Because I have a funny feeling, and I don't. It's not a funny feeling.
has
I think there are
talent scouts.
people out there. There are people out there who are better singers, but because they're a bit shy. 2, maybe they haven't been given the support, the right direction to go into that industry or go in and try these things out. When they come onto well, I just don't understand how one man decides all around the world.
No.
I think there's some logical.
Look,
that doesn't make
you got
sense.
sidetracked here, okay?
Yeah.
Because basically, forget who you mentioned, all right? Forget about the fact Simon Cowell owns the concepts, all right? The fact is, I disagree with the fact that JT thinks that we're all being conned, that these people are picked, prepared, and then launched into our television sets so that we then pick them, make them celebrities, and buy their product. Because if you take someone like Paul Potts, there is no way he was a pre-packaged, pre-planned.
No, he was a lucky. I'll give
No,
you.
he's not. No, sorry.
was a
I've
lucky
just ripped
ripper.
you to shreds on
You
two
haven't.
people. Two
You
people
haven't.
that you picked.
Okay.
Paul Potts, Susan Boyle.
But that's what I'm
No.
saying. I don't think Simon
No.
Cowell's going to pick these people
He
out.
hasn't.
Maybe
That's what I'm trying to
no.
say.
I'm saying the show has produced these talents. Okay, all right. But what I'm saying is, over the amount of children that they've now got coming on who come onto the show, yeah, they are using these children as a vehicle to make massive amounts of money to launch a career.
Once you show me
'Cause they all
a
look the
Ronan
same.
Park album and a Shaheen Jeffakoti album, because Shaheen was on the show 12 months ago, no, maybe even 2 years ago, and he still hasn't released an album.
We'll have to look at that.
Well, 2 years later down the track, people are going to be like, who's this Shaheen guy? You know, seriously, if they were planning to cash in on him, they would have released an album straight away.
They can't release an album straight away because there's a 12-month contractual obligation that
Simon Cowell
talent shows that you cannot release an album.
No, Simon Cowell has got the right to do it if he wants to. It's in the.
I
mean, you look at Alexandra. What's her name? The one who won the British X Factor. Her album was released by the owners.
She
of
won.
Yeah.
She won.
She
exactly.
won, but
she won.
the album was released by the people who own the show.
Yeah,
the person
she
who came
won.
second, his album was
missing the point.
released by the people who own the show.
Look, we're sidetracking here.
Anyway, look, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So
So just quickly, what I'm trying to say is that these people do exist, and I don't think anyone's actually picked them up. They actually put themselves forward to these shows. I believe that, and that's all it is.
all right, well, yeah.
And there are a lot more talent out there, I'm sure, that they haven't even got round to, if that's what you're saying. I mean, there's a lot more people who are probably, if not equal, or even
Let's
better,
wrap it up.
with Jack Ritchie.
Yeah. Look, I will tell you now that there is plenty of talented people out there that just, for some reason or other, mainly, I think it's because they have lack of support, lack of opportunity, and lack of belief or confidence to give it a go themselves. Susan Boyle is a perfect example of that. And, Paul Potts is an exact perfect example of that. You know, he's a guy who when he comes out and stands on stage, he said, I'm a car salesman, you know, a telephone salesman or something, or a mobile phone salesman, right? And everybody's looking at him going, oh, you got to be kidding me. This guy thinks he can sing. And then he opens his mouth and everyone's like, oh my God.
And thank you for that. And therein lies the rub that sucks the public in. The public go, the underdog, how sweet. And they suddenly jump in and support that person because this is my wrap up, yeah? Because he's the underdog, yeah? And now you've got the time of the little kids who all look like Justin Bieber that are all turning up, who they're now selling to you, yeah? And then next year you'll have another style that they'll sell to you, and you as the audience will be suckered into not just promoting them, funding them by sending in your text messages to vote for them, yeah? And it being one of the most popular shows. Also, the advertising rights in between within the show, And I think this is where we're getting conned by the producers. But that's my opinion.
Wow, you're the one that's been conned.
From a money-making point of view, yes, they're all being conned.
Yeah, wow.
We're all being conned. But
No, we're not being conned.